What's up, guys? Welcome to Coaster Maniacs, and we are live, coming to you from a different location, not my normal spot. It's actually my old house. It's pretty cool. I actually grew up in this room, so how is everybody doing? Looks like we got a few people here. Shout out to Callum, I think he left though. Thrill Seeks, shout out to you. Theme Park Days, how you doing? How's the breeze on your head? Nightmare Moms, how you doing? DJ B Tazzy, how you doing? Teresa, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. If you are new, make sure you like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 500. That's when I'm going to jump in a kiddie pool full of ice. Hopefully that doesn't happen in the winter time, because then that will be extra cold. How you doing, Chris? Alright, so as voted by you guys in the poll, I really thought this was going to be New England, but no, Cedar Point won in the last minute. WWE Freak, how are you doing? So we're going to do that again. We're going to make another poll of 3 theme parks for me to do next week, and it'll probably be up for a day, just like the last time. But yeah, no, last minute, Cedar Point ended up winning. I really thought it was going to be New England because they were dominating the whole time. So, would you guys in the chat start punching in theme parks you want me to cover, and I will put in the poll 3 of them. One of them I already have is Hershey Park. Somebody wanted me to do that, right? So I need 2 more theme parks. It would be Hershey Park, 2 more. Winner I'll be doing next Tuesday at noon as well. So with that, we're going to be talking about Cedar Point. So I have a bunch of notes here. So Cedar Point is for US parks, any parks at all, theme park days, any single park. It does not have to be in the US. Dollywood's a good shout. I will definitely throw Dollywood up there. So we'll have or if I get 2 people saying the same thing, so make them good, make them have uniqueness. So 2 people, if 2 people say the same one, then I'll throw that one on. So Cedar Point, for all the people that don't know, is in Sandusky, Ohio. It's on a peninsula. It's 365 acres of land, and you're literally right on Lake Erie. Yeah, UK parks are totally fine. I'll do UK parks. I was hoping to do a UK park this time, but didn't happen. So Cedar Point has 72 rides and 18 coasters. We're gonna get into the history of it a little bit. It opened up in 1870, so they are celebrating their 150th anniversary this year and next year as well. A little bit of a 2-part. Hotel Breakers opened up in 1905. It's one of the theme park hotels there. There's I think 3 or 4 of them. There is Hotel Breakers, Breakers Express, and I believe at the end of the road, if it's still there, Castaway Bay, which is they have an indoor water park on their own. So I mean, it's a pretty great place to be around. The prices have varied over the years. Right now, the Gold Pass, which is their 150th anniversary kind of thing they're doing, they are doing a Gold Pass for $129. That gets you everything, free parking, into Sandy Shores for this year and next. And it's basically unlimited visits for the whole season. And next year, too, it seems. So that's pretty cool. Shout out to John. Hey, how you doing, John? Kennywood's good. Dollywood. Silver Dollar City, yeah, that's good. Busch Gardens. Yeah, like I said, you just need 2 people say same one, and I'll add up on the list there. Cedar Point favorite ride, mine ride, scared my son to death when I screamed that first little hill. To be fair, the mine ride's okay. I whenever I go there, I definitely make sure to get on it at least once or twice. It's not that bad. So for the Platinum Pass right now, you get the same thing as the Gold. You could use the other Cedar Fair parks though. That is going for $220 right now. It's a little bit more on the expensive side, but if you're gonna go from Kings Island, Cedar Point, Canada's Wonderland, all the other parks, it might be worth it. I would definitely say get the dining pass too, and that way you can just get all your bases covered. Which Busch Gardens are we talking about? Are we talking about Williamsburg or one up in Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania, I think, right? So Florida or the Virginia, Pennsylvania? I don't remember what the other one is. So there's two of them. A regular season pass gets you what a normal season pass would. Sandy Shores, the theme park, is not included in it. It's $115 going on sale right now. A day ticket right now is $45.99. A 2-day pass is $79.99. That is the prices. So, getting into the rides, Williamsburg, okay. I have not been to Cedar Point since Steel Vengeance was made. Unfortunately, I went when they were teasing it and building it. So that's when they were, quote unquote, not having a coaster being made. They were saying they were having a coaster. Well, we all knew what was coming, but that's back when everybody thought it was going to be called Railblazer. So that's if you go back into my older videos, it's in a walkthrough that we did in the park. That's pretty much the closest we got teething on it. We were going to go this year as a 10-year anniversary thing for me and my fiance, who's on this channel as well. But we have our little one now. He was born 3 months ago. And just I'm glad we didn't decide to get the tickets for it, because look what's gone in the world right now. St. Louis, Six Flags. That's a good one. That's a good one as well. Question, how come different messages on the screen up to the top on here? What do you mean there, Theme Park Days? I'm not sure what you mean. So yeah, Cedar Point, Steel Vengeance, definitely one that I want to go on. Bucket list, number one, absolutely, as soon as I get there. They used to have dinosaurs alive. You walk around and you would see these animatronic dinosaurs. That got taken down last year, I believe it was, or 2 years ago, to make way for this journey that you walk through. Haven't been able to go on that yet either. Question, how come different? What's going on with the chat? What's the question? Seems like there's an issue here. What's going on with the chat? Let me know. On the stream, I see different messages to the one. You see different messages than the one you're on? What do you mean? I'm kind of confused on what you mean by that. Yeah, John, he just made a video. It's the top 10 best matches in WWE. If you want to check that out, it is on his channel. WWE is awesome. So go ahead and check that out. So we're going to go through all the rides. For me, number one is going to be Top Thrill Dragster. It's a short ride. I know it is. But you feel it once you get off of it. And it might be only 17 seconds, but the height and the speed, that launch is ridiculously good. Nothing probably compared to what they have in the UK. I know UK, Thorpe Park and all that, they have pretty good launch coasters there too. But compared to King Ka, Top Thrill Dragster is so much better. Let's see, and if you have not seen Top Thrill Dragster before, this is what it looks like. Hopefully. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, where did you go? Oh, maybe not. It seems like it disappeared. 1 second, guys. The funny part about live streams, you have one thing set up and it just disappears on you. Alright, here it is right here. But that's okay. 17 second ride, you get the gist of it. You go up, you go right back down. You go 420 feet in the air. 0 to 420 miles an hour in 4 seconds. And there you have it, 17 second ride. Let's go back to the chat. The chat disappeared next to this. Is going great. All right. How do you know all of this? How do I know all of what? About theme parks? Because I am a self-proclaimed roller coaster enthusiast. So I know a lot about a lot of theme parks and a lot of rides. Same for a lot of you guys that are in the chat, probably in the UK. You probably know way more about like Thorpe Park or Mountain Towers. Again, I would love to get over there, but so going on, I think I was most hyped. Let me know in the comments what ride. Actually, has any of you guys ever been to Cedar Point? Let me know that first, because then I can ask you the next question I was going to ask you. Gatekeeper. I remember when they put that in and seeing the video of its debut and everything. I loved it. It's a great wing coaster there. It's in the background, right underneath your chat there. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. It's the only ride there that goes through a keyhole. I don't have any pictures of it right now. My son kind of wanted to be fussy today, so I wasn't able to get all the pictures I wanted to do. I've never done a launch coaster with a top hat element. So there's a few parks that actually have them. Look at Hershey Park. Hershey Park has one as well. It's not as intense. It's not as fast or as tall, but it definitely is a good one to go on as well. John, could you be like a? Yeah, you could also do that as well. Shout out to Theme Park Days and Thrill Seeks as well. I found them not too long ago. I stopped by their stream last night. It was a fun stream for me. I don't know exactly how you're doing now, but I had fun. That's the important part. I was entertained. I'll put it that way. Never been to America. Well, definitely make it a point to come. Cedar Point's definitely the park to go to. 18 roller coasters. I was hoping they were going to get to 20 by 2020, but we all know that didn't happen. Only a couple in the UK we haven't been to. Fair enough. Then there's also, so they have, where's Theme Park Mom? Is she here still? Hi, Gina, shout out to you. There's a big discussion going about Cedar Point about Pipe Stream. Is it a coaster? Is it not a coaster? Is it a credit? Is it not a credit? I don't consider it to be a credit. I don't consider it to be a coaster. I consider it to be more of a flat ride than anything else. I've been on it. Nothing too special. Let me know what you guys think. There's Nightmare's Mom's. Always loved the Blue Streak. Yep. Witch's Wheel gave me the headache. I never got a chance to go on Witch's Wheel. I was never a fan of the Enterprises. If I knew they were taking it out, though, the last time I was there, which was about 2 to 3 years ago, I probably would have. But I didn't get to. We don't have theme parks in my country. Only when American promotions visit, we get things like roller coasters. Gina, what country are you in? That's definitely interesting. Coaster, I have to go now. I might be back. All right, John. Thanks for stopping by. Like I said, this is going to be kind of a quick first episode of this. It's going to be every Tuesdays around this time. So going back to the polls I have. I am actually, do I have my pen with me? I do. I am going to write down Hershey Park is on the poll. I saw Busch Gardens Williamsburg. I need one more park from you guys, and I'll put it up on the poll, and whatever wins will be my next week's topic. So yeah, so you have Top Thrill Dragster, you have Gatekeeper, you have the Valraven, which was put in not too long ago as their dive coaster. Funny enough, people were skeptical about it when it got first put in. When I was there during its debut year, I did notice, I noticed something interesting. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone here. When you stand at a certain angle, I have a video on it actually, one of my earlier videos. Once you stand at a certain angle, you can actually see that the track spells out something. And I actually can't take credit for that. One of the employees actually told me that when I was down there. And I went to where he said, took the picture, and it totally does. Let's see if I can find it. How's everybody doing in the chat? How's your guys' day going? Thrill Seeks, what is your name? So I said it in other videos, my real name is actually Jason. So there you go, exclusive. My name's Jason. I'm just looking up this picture. I'm actually curious, what's the biggest roller coaster? Biggest roller coaster I've been on, biggest roller coaster in the world. Yeah, if it's the biggest roller coaster in the world, it's King of the Cop. Not by much though. Biggest roller coaster I've ever been on is definitely top. Actually, no, I've been in King of the Cop, so yeah, King of the Cop. Yeah, so if you go and stand at a certain point at Valraven, it actually spells out the word Ohio, the track itself. It's kind of, if once you see it, it's kind of hard not to see it again. Like the where the drop is. Focus camera right there. Those two drops make the H. The emblem before that is the O. That airtime hill right there is an I, and then the other is an O as well. I'm not got that confirmed by the creators of the track, obviously, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. Life on an island during quarantine is interesting. It's hot, and we can't go to the beach, which just sucks when surrounded by beaches. Yeah, I would definitely see that being frustrating. Here in Massachusetts in the U.S., they have us still being on lockdown until the 18th. So we'll see. Six Flags Magic Mountain. Okay, that could be one, or Thorpe Park. Thorpe Park. I'll tell you what, I'll make it a four park vote. So I'll put Thorpe Park in and Six Flags and Magic Mountain. I think those are two big parks that will definitely get some attention. Magic Mountain. Another park I haven't been to. Sadly, yeah, no, we haven't been. There's a lot of theme parks that we actually have not gone to, and that's just because of timing and money back when I was starting this out, and really haven't had time to take off to go across the country, because I want to go to that park, but it's all the way across the country for us. But maybe one day. I'd vote Six Flags even if I have heard it. Okay. So the next roller coaster I'll talk about is Maverick. Maverick has a 95-degree drop. So you can think 90 degrees you're going straight down, 95 you're actually going inward. I don't remember. I think it's the manufacturer is slipping my mind. Theme Park Days helped me out. I don't remember the manufacturer of Maverick. I want to say Intamin, but I don't think it was Intamin. Maybe it was. I don't think they do. But it has two launches. It has two launches, because the first lift is actually a launch up the lift hill, and then it has another surprise launch that gets you to the maximum speed of 70 plus. Definitely when it stays low to the ground, and it's definitely intense. You're definitely switching ways very, very rapidly. So that one's definitely a must. It's been rumored to be getting rougher and rougher over the years. That's because of the restraints and all that other stuff. 95-degree drop. No, thank you. I shall watch from here. Yeah, no, it's definitely something to see, especially if you're driving around the park and seeing it. Definitely interesting to see. Moving on, Millennium Force. Millennium Force came out in the new millennium, obviously, hence the name Millennium Force. It stands 300 feet and it goes, I believe, 95 miles an hour, which is insane. Intamin, okay, yeah, so it was Intamin, I thought it was. Yeah, Millennium Force is the first of its kind to deliver. They had a lot of coaster wars, started by, of course, Cedar Point. And if you're actually on top of the Millennium Force on a nice day, you can actually see Canada from just across the lake, which is insane to be up there for a split second, be able to wave and see Canada. The first turn, I would say on that coaster, I've heard people. I don't get why people are saying it's forceless. I pretty much gray out almost every single time on that first element there. But there's people that are getting tired of it and calling it forceless. I don't see it. It's won multiple golden ticket awards before. Obviously, some new things came up and took the prize. Nightmare Moms, do you prefer wooden or steel coasters? I'm old school, love the wooden ones. So, I used to like the wooden coasters. I didn't like the whole banging around and getting slammed to the side or slammed to another side. Or let's put it this way: I hated Mean Streak. Absolutely hated it. Most people did. I don't remember his name, if it was Mean Streak Dave or Mean Streak Pete or somebody used to ride it constantly. I don't know how. Mean Streak was definitely needed an upgrade. However, the second to last trip we were on, we were able to get on it, and I was laughing the whole way through it. So maybe it just depends on the day, the weather. Who knows? I just most of the time gave me a headache and didn't really like it. That's why I'm so eager to get on Steel Vengeance, because it just looks awesome. Same with Iron Gwazi. I definitely want to get down there. I saw it getting built last year, and yeah, they were starting to work on it when I was over in Florida last year. Personally, I love Woody's, but Steel goes so much higher. Yeah, Steel do go higher. What's this in RMC? RMCs are a kind of wood, so I mean, I don't know if you count that or not. But if I had to choose a wooden coaster, I know it's kind of still cheating a little bit, but El Toro at Great Adventure, it's technically wood, so we'll go with that. Theme park days, personally, I love Woody's, but still, oh yeah, I just said that. I don't blame you. Love certain wooden. Iron Gwazi looks, yeah, it does. I'm very surprised that they decided to go the route they did with the height and the drop to outdo Steel Vengeance. But we'll see. It looks insane. I saw testing for it, and if you're in Florida, you're lucky to be able to ride it soon. I think they're gonna open that up soon, I believe. Always fun to try high five and Gemini. Yep, definitely. Actually, I was watching a video. There's somebody out there. GP to Enthusiast, I believe, is the channel name, and they used to work at Cedar Point, and that used to be their ride. I haven't been on that ride when the trim's off, but then again, I haven't been on most rides when they don't have the trims on. But for any of you that don't know what the trims are, they're trim brakes. They help slow down the train a little bit. That way it doesn't go too fast over a certain element. Sometimes they turn them off, which when they do, you're in for a good ride. Would you ever try Untamed at Wallaby? I will try any coaster there is. Not afraid of any of them. So, story of Coaster Maniacs here. I used to hate roller coasters. I used to be terrified of them. My dad brought me to Cedar Point when I was probably about 13, 14, 15 maybe even. And my first upside down coaster was the corkscrew at Cedar Point. And we kind of just went on from there and just kept going to the bigger ones, bigger ones, bigger ones, bigger ones, until eventually I was looking at Top Thrill Dragster's launch track from inside the car. So it turned me into a roller coaster junkie by far. And the way he did it was he sat in his seat furthest from me. So once I got into the train, I wasn't able to get off of it. Clever way. Definitely glad he did it. And I've been loving coasters ever since. Corkscrew. Speaking of corkscrew, that's a good starter coaster. Definitely, if you have someone that doesn't want to go on a kiddie coaster, like I think they renamed it. It used to be Junior Gemini. I forgot what they named it to now. Woodstock Express, maybe. I think possibly. But if you have one that doesn't want to go on one of those, and they want to go on one of the bigger rides, if they are okay with going upside down, corkscrew. If they're not, I would say Iron Dragon is another one to start off with. It's a simple swaying coaster, no inversions, no crazy elements, 2 lift hills, which is pretty cool. Never had the chance. Theme park days. I've never had the chance to ride an RMC yet. Was doing a European trip this year, but don't look good. Unfortunately, with this whole thing going around. And again, I don't think it's gonna be done anytime soon. Unfortunately, it's sad. It really is. Look at Disney World, all them. They're losing out big too. But look at all these, like you guys mentioned before, Silver Dollar City. Like these smaller Dollywood, all these smaller parks that aren't getting traffic in them right now, they're hurting as well. David was gonna go be there in 27 days. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's stuff, and it's gonna be the closer you get to it, the harder it's gonna be to take in. I know from a fact. A couple years ago, I was gonna go to Cedar Point, and I couldn't because I messed up my leg, and so I had to push it back for a couple more months, and it was tough. It was really tough waiting for it. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, very sorry to hear that. It's okay. It just means we gotta wait. Yep, absolutely. And plus, the more anticipation builds up, the hyper you get, and by the time it happens, you're gonna be thrilled to be there, and it might make it even better. Was the corkscrew in the U.S. the same as Alton Towers? I think so. I do know what you're talking about. I know there's a picture. That one in Alton Towers isn't operational anymore. Is that correct? Are they that one tore up and they left the corkscrew part of it? Is that what happened? I think that's what happened. It's shocking to see. Yeah. Smaller parks are really gonna. Yeah. Same. I fear that the same thing's gonna happen with It's gonna happen the same thing they do here with the restaurants. The smaller restaurants are gone in Massachusetts, in the part I'm at. I hope to support my local theme parks. Drayton Manor Park. Hey, I will be happy to look up that park and possibly put it on a future episode. I've never heard of it, never looked, never seen it, but I will definitely. Yeah, I sold it to Corkscrew. Is it as you? Okay. Oh, so you're saying is the corkscrew in the U.S. the same one that was in Alton Towers? Is that what you're? It's scrapped. Yeah, I think it is scrapped. I think the one in Cedar Point came way earlier. I could be wrong. I don't know the facts on that part, but I know it's not the best ride at the park by any means. It definitely is another one that has a lot of head banging and gives you headaches, and has a ridiculously long brake run. I don't know. Did the one in Alton Towers have a really long brake run as well? You feel like you're on that for minutes. It's okay. It's not like on Towers or Blackpool, but Pleasure Beach. Never been to any of those. Again, I would really love to be over there one day and take a tour of all the parks over there. One day that will happen. The UK ones that will struggle: Oakland, Whitewater, Valley, and Pleasurewood Hills. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many of them, and I hope they can open up, and even if it's for a smaller capacity, anything at this point would be great. Long time ago, yeah. So on top of the two starter coasters there, they used to have a Wild Mouse coaster that they took down to make room for Valraven. I hadn't had a chance to go on it. I don't really remember too much because I was young at the time. Didn't really care. It was normal Wild Mouse you would see really anywhere. You get them 3 amusement parks. Yep. Yeah, I do need to get to them. Yes, yes, definitely on my list to do. So they do have a really cool railroad too. That so if you've seen, they have a train that goes around the whole park, and the first half you go through is just it's just a normal train ride. But the second half you go through like this there's a bunch of skeletons. It's like a old west kind of theme. So they have theming in it, which is really cool to see. I wasn't expecting that the first time I went on there. You can do just a couple laps and keep seeing things different every time. So moving on from that, you go up and you get to what used to be the Mantis. The Mantis was a standing coaster, and that got converted, thank God, to a floorless because the standing coaster there was not good. It was equivalent to Mean Streak, pretty much, in pain, and people hated it. It was not good. You're welcome to come along as well. Yeah, I wish, man. We'll show you around, but like, yeah, no, I will definitely would love to go there. Just gotta save up money somehow. Money, and like I said, I have a 3-month-old, and time, because I do have a full-time job outside of here that once we get back into it, I might have to change the times, speaking of that, to this weekly thing, because I don't know what my schedule is going to be like in the retail world. It might be a little bit later, might be a little bit earlier. When that time comes, I will definitely let you guys know. Shockwave at Dragon Manor is a stand-up coaster. Wasn't that just taken down? I definitely heard of a Shockwave being removed that was a stand-up, or one that was very uncomfortable. I have heard of a Shockwave coaster that wasn't too pleasant. I don't remember which one it is. Same if we come. Yeah, unfortunately, traveling gets to be expensive, which sucks, especially if you want to try grabbing all the parks. I am actually going to make this a little bit easier for myself here, and this is something I wanted to do before. So before, Cedar Point had all these really cool rides. It was being used as a a bathhouse. Yeah, they had a bunch of people coming over through the boats that they had, and people coming over that. And then they have a museum at the park, which is awesome because it shows all their history. There's a I think a train there still from Gemini that you can sit in. They have all these really cool models too. Mean Streak's there, and they had a really nice model of it was, I don't remember the name, if it was Whitewater Rafting. There's that, or Whitewater Landing, but there was a water ride there that took up pretty much the whole plot of land. Actually, I'm gonna pull that up for you in just a second here. I found it right here. Yeah, it took up everything. Let me get back to where I was. Shockwave, stand-up coaster. Yep, yeah, I saw that. There was G-Force. Sorry, I constantly hit the. Thanks for hitting the like button. Very appreciative. Again, I had to scramble a little bit, change plans. I think the next couple I'm gonna be back at my other place, and hopefully have things a little bit. Well, I didn't know what park we were gonna do literally until 1 o'clock in the morning, because I made the pull on Sunday. So that's why I'm gonna make the pull today. Actually, in just a couple minutes, I'll make it, and that way I'll know a week in advance, which will be lovely to have everything set up. And plus, I thought we were gonna do Six Flags New England, so I was about ready to have all the New England facts. Let's see if this will pull this up for me right here. We want this. So if I did this right, yeah, right here, this was Cedar Point back in the day. You can see where the river raft ride kind of flew through the park, which again, it took up a lot of land. You see the train too. Is the water ride? The water ride might not be in there. I thought it was. And you can see, look at the things that are still there in this picture that are still there, or just removed. I mean, you have that sky ride. That sky ride is still there. The needle's gone. You know, that made way for Gatekeeper. So we'll get rid of that picture. Ooh. Lost the chat too. That's not what I want. That's what I want. Yeah, chain inside theme parks they're not as common. I know the Great Escape has one, but the Great Escape is we're close to the Great Escape as well, and I don't know what they're doing with it. They have so much potential to add stuff, and it's just, I know they want to keep it more kid oriented, and you know what? That's okay then. We just showed that picture. That's not the picture I want. I want what it currently looks like as of right now. Nope, that's the thumbnail. That's what we just saw. Okay, must not download. Anyway, I was basically showing, or trying to show a picture of the park map as it stands right now. Gotta admit, I do it. Yeah. Dinner already? Oh yeah, you guys are 5 hours ahead. Yeah, it makes sense. It's about almost 6 o'clock near you guys. I can see that. It's just lunchtime now where we are. While we are doing that, Wicked Twister is another coaster that not a lot of people are giving it a lot of love. It's an impulse coaster. It's as launches, so it launches you forward, you go up a spike, launches you backwards, you go up another spike. You need that a couple times, and then you're done. It's okay. Definitely not the best ride in the park. I would love to hear Nightmare Mom's take on Wicked Twister if you've ever been on it. It's more of a it is what it is kind of ride. Like if they removed it, like I thought they were gonna remove it to make something over there like a GCI or something going on to the beach. I wouldn't really mind if they did that. That's what I thought they were gonna do, but it turns out I could be wrong. See if this is the right thing. It will not show me. Alright, looks like I'm not getting the park map up. That's okay. So we have Wicked Twister, we have Gatekeeper, we have all those in that end of the park. Blue Streak, yeah, their wooden ride, Blue Streak, oldest ride in the park. And it's still operating. It's amazing. It's still operating, and it's not that bad, honestly. We went on it the last time we were there, and it was not bad. Definitely not the worst roller coaster I've been on, and I'll probably be on it again when I go back. To be fair, it's a nice, solid little ride. Definitely another one to start on if you're looking to start on coasters as well. But yeah, so they transitioned the floor, the standing coaster to the floorless, which is the Rougarou. It is a decent ride now. It used to be a lot worse. There is a little bit of headbanging still, not that much. So I would say definitely give it a shot. Gatekeeper is a wing coaster. Yes, it definitely is. It's the coaster that is right underneath the chat. It is. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. It is right there. This one right there. Yep. Which again, a lot of people are saying that's forceless as well. I tend to disagree. I definitely that's one of the ones that I will stick to going on more times than not. You have Raptor right next to it, which is the green one that's right behind my face. That one is it's very loud. If you've never been there, once it goes over that first loop, it's ridiculously loud. And it's a solid smooth coaster, but you do have a lot of, especially in the last part of the ride. Anybody that has been on it can tell you, once it goes through the last helixes, the pressure goes right to your feet, and it's not fun. I would definitely choose the Gatekeeper over that. I know it's going to shock a lot of people, but Raptor's also the one that somebody did unfortunately pass away a couple years ago. They were in the, I think it might have been 2 years ago? 2 years ago. Because I remember they reopened it right after and I went on it. Somebody was stupid enough to climb under the fence, or over the fences to grab, I think it was a hat. And he definitely didn't get his hat. But moving on from the Raptor, we have the Magnum XL200, which is the coaster that started the Coaster Wars, which for any of you that has not gotten a chance to go on or seen the XL200, it's definitely a coaster to ride at least once. It has gotten rougher, and it is going to make your head hurt afterwards. But if you get the second row, not the first row of the third car, I believe it is, you get a lot of injector airtime and a lot of forces going your way. Anything watching? Hello to everybody. I am definitely happy to see all of you guys here. If you're new, subscribe. We're trying to get to 500. We are also doing wrestling stuff as well. It's not just going to be about theme parks, and hopefully when the parks open, I can go back to being in the park and doing this and filming maybe on Tuesdays, or pick a day where I go. That'd be cool. Magnum XL200 inspiration for the big one at Black. Yes, I did see that one as well. It definitely has similarities to it. But it's also pretty cool. So if you're staying in the water park, which again is not included, you have to pay an extra fee to get into the water park, and you're watching that, it's always fun just to watch it because you don't know if it's going to go over the next hill or not. Obviously it does, but you always think it might do a rollback. Sorry, Jason, I'm not in wrestling. That's perfectly fine. There's a lot of people that like both. A lot of people that just like roller coasters, theme parks. a lot of people that just like wrestling and stuff. It's kind of a mix of both. All hypercoasters. So the one thing I do want to say is that I've been waiting to get on top of the dragster and it rolls back. I've seen it happen after a couple of rainstorms we were there, and I've seen it happen. Never got a chance to. I would love for it to happen. I know somebody that did have it happen to them, and they were afraid. They didn't really want to go on the ride in general. They got on it, it rolled back. They never really want to go on it again. I'm totally jealous of them. Arrow, yeah. Where did the chat go? You did say Arrow made the loops, the corkscrew, right? Those were arrows. Need to roll back and south. Yeah, that would definitely be another one to do as well. But however, I'll say on King the Ka, I will be crying if there's a rollback, because the shoulder harness on that is awful. If you're somebody that's taller, you're gonna have it digging into your shoulders, and you're gonna feel a lot of pain. Oh, sorry I'm late. I was in TPD's live stream yesterday. Oh, hello, Chrissy. Thank you for joining us here today. If you're new, subscribe. We'll be doing this every Tuesday, different parks. Speaking of that, I am live on the stream. I am going to make the poll right now. So there is a story that I always say that with King the Cobb, I was just there actually in October. And I had 2 front of line passes with the memberships we have for Six Flags. We get 2 front of line passes anytime you go there, and there's 2 of us, so really 4. And so I was gonna do it for King the Ka, and so I got 2 of them. Rode King the Ka once, took the other front of line pass and ripped it up and threw it away. I could not do it again. Every time I go there, I always say, I'm not gonna do it, but then I always do it. I don't know why. All right, which park am I going to talk about? Next Tuesday's live. Let me know how many people are here from the UK. I'm definitely interested to know that as well. Choice 1 is Hershey. How's it, bro? Yeah. How is that eyebrow there? Busch Gardens. Thorpe. It's cool because a lot of people that I'm in a community. That's why a couple of the people that were here before, and they could be lurking in the chat. Who knows? I don't know. A lot of the wrestling community that I'm mixed with as well. If you haven't watched my last, I think 3 or 4 videos, I did a wrestling interview with another YouTuber. His name's Wrestling Days. He is from the UK as well. Really nice guy. I got a chance to sit down and talk to him. We talked about roller coasters as well too. So we really literally talked about everything from food, what you guys have over there in the UK compared to what we have here, horror movies, wrestling, some theme parks, basically everything. That last live stream we did was covering every single thing that the community wanted. So there is a lot of people that I communicate with. It seems to be in the UK, which is awesome. Thorpe Park And Six Flags Magic Mountain. If my phone would actually let me spell today. Alright, and that poll will be up for a day. Boom, there you go. So if you haven't followed us on Twitter, go ahead and do so. This camera does not want to focus very well, but it's at Coaster Maniacs. And we have, oh, let's try that now. Nope, still nothing. Alright, at Coaster Maniacs, there's your 4 choices. It'll go up for a day, so this time tomorrow, and I will definitely know exactly which park we're talking about. Either Hershey Park, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, Thorpe Park, or Six Flags Magic Mountain. All 4 are really good parks. The one that I would struggle the most with would be Thorpe. Obviously because I'm not from the UK, have never been to it. But I definitely do know some of the coasters and some my way around it a little bit. I'm surprised I didn't see any Disney or Universal or anything like that. Yeah, major year. That's what I'm here for. I'm following it Twitter. Thank you very much. I want to live stream be best. I've done pretty much anything. It's perfect balance between coasters, laughs, and general chat challenges. Yes. Next, what you can do is throw ice on yourself. That's what I did, and for my 200 subscriber threshold, you guys are hitting a subscriber milestone as well. So I did 200 ice cubes. Maybe you can do as many ice cubes as you have for subscribers. Probably won't be too good, but I mean, 200 ice cubes is about 12 pounds, so take or leave what you guys have. You might be swimming in it. Hey, Callan Corners here. How you doing? I voted for Cedar Point, but I've never been, so I know nothing about it. Well, let me tell you, you're gonna, if you watch the video back or if you've been here the whole time, we're getting votes already in the poll, which is awesome. Hershey Park and Six Flags Magic Mountain in the leads, 1 each. So I definitely know I missed a coaster. I'm going back and seeing which ones I missed. The Mine Train, yes, we talked about it earlier. Nice, also another kid ride that you can definitely get the kids on. Apparently it scares them. I think they can do something in the, so you go out of the station, you go into a little shack first, then you do a turn and you go up the lift. I think they can do something like in that shack and make it something good. I know where Kings Island was promoting back when they had Mystic Timbers. I was there the year they put Mystic Timbers in, so I was What's in the Shed. I was there for that year, and I was kind of disappointed. One of the ones that were like that as well, but yeah, what are you gonna do? You made it though, buddy. Yeah, yep. Maybe let me see that. How's everybody doing? Hey KJ, how you doing? Favorite coaster is Silver Bullet. Silver Bullet, there you go. Right, Christina, night off, I make your life off. Yeah. So I'm gonna open the chat up to you guys. Do you guys have any questions for me? Absolutely anything. Where I got my name, perhaps? The home park, anything at all? I am open to any question. Let me have them. And while you do that, I will definitely keep thinking of what part, what coaster I'm bringing, because I definitely know I missed one of them. There's no way I went through all 17. I didn't have them written down, unfortunately. I have Hershey Park because I think that was my first trip. Oh, yeah. Hershey Park, Hershey Park I haven't been to in a few years. We won a free trip, actually, to Hershey Park at I think it was, what were we doing? We were at an Applebee's. No, we were at a 99 restaurant, and they were doing a donation thing, and we actually, we ended up entering somehow. It was free, and we ended up getting free, 2 free tickets and a free night stay in a hotel just for putting our names on a card, and they pulled it. Who would have known? So when we went to Cedar Point, we went from Cedar Point to Hershey, Pennsylvania, back to Massachusetts. That was a really fun trip. Years and years ago, before Coaster Maniacs was even a thing. Yes, I try to help everybody out. So you're saying nothing for Thor Park yet. Oh, I'll probably get there. Just give it some time. Like I said, I know a lot of the UK people and the community that we have will enjoy that. Wish I got to put down Holiday Park. I can do Holiday Park in the next poll next week. So come back next Tuesday, put Holiday Park down, and I will put it in the poll and see where it goes from there. Just put it somewhere. I'll see if you do. Scroll down. What coaster would you like to marathon all day? So it's funny enough, I actually did do a marathon on a coaster. It wasn't really my plan to, but for anybody that has heard of the Joker, 40 free spins, I'm sure you guys over in the UK might have heard of them. They're being put in basically every Six Flags park around the country, it seems like, over here. And we just got ours at Six Flags New England a few years back. And we had our preview day for the members only, and I literally did that 18 times in a row. It's such a unique ride. Every single time you go on it, it's always going to be different based on weight distribution of the car. It's awesome. If you've never been on a 40 spin coaster, definitely do it. Unless if you're going on to, it's not even called Green Lantern anymore, actually. They sent it over to, I think, Mexico, if I'm wrong. I don't really know the name. I think it's like Viper or something like that. I don't know. Thrill Seeks, you been on a 40 coaster? That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. Things popping up all over the computer. So yeah, any other questions for me? Again, it could be anything. It could be how I came up with the name. Can be wrestling related. What type of ride I would make. Anything at all. I am here for you guys. A question I did have actually left on a video. When I said I was going to make this video a while back. Someone wanted to know about the water rides. There are 2 water rides. There used to be 3. One's Snake River Falls, which is your typical boat ride. You go up, you go down. You go up, you turn, you go down, you get wet. And the other one is a rapid ride. You're just sitting in a tube and going around this big course, and you get wet. So the last one that they had was called Shoot the Rapids. It was a ride that you're sitting in a boat, and instead of one hill you turn to go down, it's actually you go up one, you go down, and then you go through a bunch of other things, and then you go up another bigger hill, and you go down, and you get more wet. That got taken out a couple years ago because of one of the boats going backwards down the second lift hill, I believe, and ended up flipping upside down and trapping people underwater for a couple seconds. And after that, they closed it down, and I think they reopened it not long after that too, because I remember I went on that right before they closed it for good. So I do remember going on it before it was taken out. Then they put Dinosaurs Live there, and after that, that's where that new like adventure thing that they're doing. That's where that is, and that I'm not been able to go to. I did hear that they are bringing a ride in the water again, a boat ride to go around the park again. I think they announced they're coming for next year, which is pretty cool. Famous KJ, Superman at Six Flags over Texas. Yes, Six Flags over Texas. I think that might be kind of like the one that's at America, to be honest. Possibly, unless I'm thinking of the wrong thing. What is your favorite roller coaster manufacturer? Probably B&M. I do like the smooth coasters. I can tell you the least favorite, and that definitely Vekoma. Definitely not a Vekoma fan at all. And if you're into roller coasters, you'll know why I said that. Especially if you have two of them right next to each other. So for you guys that saw the videos that I had, thank you. I forgot about the POVs that I put up years ago at Six Flags New England. I will talk about them real quick. So you have the Goliath, which is basically a giant inverted boomerang. And then right next to it, you have a boomerang. So you have a boomerang, and then you have Goliath. I believe someone commented, what's the orange coaster next to Wicked Cyclone? That would be the Flashback. I thought you were talking about the one next to it. That's the Pandemonium. The Flashback is right next to it. And again, they have another version inverted 500 feet away from it. I don't understand why they have it there. Just take them both out. They're both not good. They both get stuck all the time, and they're both always down. Take them both out. Put a launch coaster there. Call it the Flash. You'll make everybody happy in Massachusetts. Sorry, I have a very difficult time when it comes to Goliath, because they used to have it be a very good ride, and they turned it into something disastrous. Speaking of disaster, Cedar Point used to have a roller coaster indoors called Disaster Transport. Has anybody heard of that one before? Disaster Transport? If not, it was a bobsled ride that was inside. Supposed to be about space travel. It was right where Goliath, they had to take it down to make Goliath, and they had to take down the Space Needle to put in Goliath as well. The outside of the building looked like this. If I can get it up, looked like that. That's what it looked like from outside. It was fun. I definitely would have said it was a kiddie ride as well. Step higher from a kiddie ride. Never heard of it. Definitely look it up. It's Disaster Transport. They only took it out 5-6 years ago. It's relatively new that they took it out. If you build a park, what 10 roller coasters would you put inside the park? Roller coasters that are in the parks now. That's an unfair question. I did always want to build a theme park. We can call it Jason World, or now Coasters World or something. Would I be choosing 10 parks or 10 coasters that are already existent? Because if I can, then I'll do that. Roaster there in the parks now. Okay, yeah. So I would choose Steel Vengeance. Number one has to be Steel Vengeance. I'm gonna be greedy and take Iron Gwazi as well. So you have two of them. I will pick Copperhead Strike. Never been on Copperhead Strike. I would love to be on that. That's 4. 5, I would pick Top Thrill Dragster. That's 5. Millennium Force, the Smiler, Stealth, 2 more. Maverick, 1 more. Which other coaster would I take? Probably Leviathan at Canada's Wonderland. So that's 10. Those are 10 very, very good roller coasters. I feel like if that was in a park, that would be that would be a stacked park. But it would also be a very costly, and you'd be getting into your own competition there. Cause let's look at what Canada's Wonderland in Cedar Point did. Look at the Yukon Striker and look at Valraven. Valraven had the records for highest, steepest, tallest, fastest dive, and Canada's Wonderland took a lot of its records. Wicked 10 coasters. Yeah, no, that's a stacked theme park. So with that, it looks like I did hit all the parks there. All the roller coasters there. I didn't think I hit all of them. Apparently I did. Cool. With that, again, I'm going to ask if you guys have any more questions for me so I can wrap this little makeshift of a live stream up. It wasn't going to be long. I do have to get going soon to pick up my fiance from her job because she is an essential worker at a nursing home, so I have to go grab her very, very soon. I wouldn't leave. I wouldn't leave either. In fact, when we go to Cedar Point, we usually go to Cedar Point for about 12 days. So we usually stay at we stayed at multiple places. We went camping first time we went there and stayed in a campsite a couple miles away. We went to I can't think of the name of the hotel. It'll come back to me, but we stayed at Breakers Express and we stayed at Hotel Breakers. So we went to definitely different hotels. So for you guys that are in UK, if you come over and stay at the park, and you stay at Hotel Breakers, I will warn you now, the room that we paid for and the amount of money that we paid for, which was ridiculous amount, the room we had was tiny. We were kind of wondering why the queen size rooms were more expensive than the king size room. So we took a king size bed, of course, if it was cheaper than a queen size room bed. It's a bedroom. It's a little tiny bedroom. They expect you to be out in the park, it seems like, because it was definitely the smallest hotel room I've ever stayed in. So, but if you're going to be there for a long time, I recommend it. I recommend staying right at the park. It's super nice. You have the beach right outside. I went jet skiing on the beach. That was awesome. Well, obviously in Lake Erie. I want to leave. Okay, what's your favorite flat ride? Favorite flat ride? All right, that's a good question because I don't really do many flat rides. So, don't really know. I would say it might be maybe a launch tower, power tower, maybe pipe stream. I don't know. That's a good question. What's your favorite flat ride? I would have to look into the flat rides I've been on to because there's not many of them. Pandemonium Rob, mine. Oh, you already answered it. Access South End. I'm back. Welcome back, Callum. How you doing? Callum. Sorry if I butchered your name. Not jealous much. You should probably go do that. Yeah, I probably should. She gets out about half hour-ish, so I still got a little bit of time. Hello, Callum. Hater Thrill. You are poor. Unfortunately, there are theme parks aren't cheap to go to. Right now, I'm currently doing the memberships for Cedar Point. Not Cedar Point. Wow, I would love to be a member of them. Six Flags, I have a membership there. Compared to having the season pass membership, you have to pay every single month, even if the park's not open. So in like November, December, January, I'm still paying for it. But I pay far less a month, and I get the perks of having a season pass pretty much using the same card. Don't go through registration ever again. And the dining, if you're going to go to a park, always get the dining pass if you're going there for more than one day, because you could be spending, I said this the other day, you can be spending like $14 just for a cheeseburger and fries, or chicken fingers and fries. Compared to the dining pass, I spend very little a month, and I used to go to New England a lot. I went to Fright Fest at Six Flags New England every single weekend. It was pretty crazy, and it paid for itself in only 2 or 3 trips. So we go there, we park in preferred parking, we go in, get drinks for free, eat for free, leave. No, well, not really for free, but very cheap. Hello, hello, hello. What's your favorite roller coasters? We kind of went through that a little bit already. The Smilers are good, yeah. The Smiler would be awesome. Again, I've never been to the UK. Definitely would. Now I'm definitely would to meet up with you guys, to meet up with Wrestling Days, to meet up with Sea Wrestling, all you guys. I would love to meet all of you guys, and take a tour around the UK, and go to all the theme parks. Smiler would definitely be number one on my list. Also, Wicker Man, that I was definitely just introduced to by Wrestling Days. I've never heard of that roller coaster until he came on my channel and did an interview with me. I had no idea, and it looks absolutely insane. But my favorite coaster will always be Toppler Dragster, and just because it has that's what I worked up to when I again was a kid. Just sentimental, basically. You should definitely plan a trip to UK. Yeah, that once I get a lot more money than I have now, I will definitely try to do that. And maybe once the Coaster Maniac Jr. is a little bit older, right? Like I said, he's only 3 months old, about to be 4 months. So traveling, we were gonna go to Universal Studios later this year, but that kind of got changed as well. Did you have a good time with Wrestling Days on Saturday? Hey, every time I talk to Wrestling Days, it's amazing. Really nice guy. Really, really, really nice guy to talk to. On camera and off, he's definitely not playing it up for the camera or anything like that. He's just super nice in general, which is what you gotta be. You gotta be yourself. You gotta be anybody starting a channel. Don't be fake. Don't be acting just to be popular, just to be trying to get attention, because people will see through that. Pick something that you're passionate about, and there you go. Jason, did you see some of my videos? I have not had a chance to do that yet, Thrill Seeks. I definitely will. I've been trying to prepare for this live stream and take care of a child who is starting to teeth at 4 months old. So he definitely was not a happy boy today. Right, let's check the polls. Let's see what's going on. Well, welcome back, John. How are you doing today? Let's go to the polls. If I can find a poll. Twitter's been acting up. Alright, so it's 7 votes. We have Hershey Park and Six Flags Magic Melon both still tied for first. Busch Gardens moving up to 14%. Thorpe Park still at 0. Still 23 hours left. UK guys, where are ya? If you want Thorpe Park up there, you gotta definitely vote. It's at Coaster Maniacs on Twitter. So I was gonna actually try to figure out what was gonna happen, because last night, like I said, up until about midnight, it was tied for Cedar Point and Six Flags New England. So I was gonna try to figure out how I was gonna break that that tie. Glad I didn't have to do that. Alright, yep. Who's your favorite YouTuber? I mean, when you watch videos online. So, definitely Wrestling Days is one of them. I seem to be over on their channel a lot, with watching live streams and stuff for wrestling. But on my personal time, just sitting back, relaxing, and enjoying, I like watching gamers and video game stuff. So, I've been watching a lot of the guy's name. I don't know his real name, but his channel name is Captain Sauce. Why, I don't know. But he plays a lot of video games, and he's really funny as well. So if you're looking for a funny gamer, Captain Sauce is your guy. Never thought I'd be saying that today. Hello, speaking of video games. Who remembers this? Infinity. Disney Infinity. Shout out to that. Old style. Alright. What do I use for streaming? I use OBS, and I use just a little small Logic Cam 720p camera. That's pretty much it. It's straightforward. Logic Tech, not too expensive. OBS, 100% free. You get used to it after a little bit of time messing around with stuff. And of course you have to. So with streaming, I will give you, John, a tip because I forgot about it when I was going to go with the Wrestling Days interview live the other day. You have to find your streaming key on YouTube, which when you go hit live, it will show you where to get that. So you're going to need to know that. You're going to need to know how to work OBS and how to get everything to where you like. And then from there, you're off and running. Did you hear Wrestling Days is going to be live every day? Wrestling Days is live every day, all the time. Let's face it. Theme Park Days. He is live, I think, going on 28 days now. It's absolutely insane. I don't know how he does it. 4 hours, 5 hours a day. It's mental to me. What game consoles do you have? I have a PS4. I have some of the other. I have a Nintendo 64. Just got my Sega Genesis back, so I say it's mine, but it's mine now. And that's it. I don't have any 360s. I don't have any Xbox Ones. I'm not really an Xbox guy. I might do live streaming talking about WWE superstars and their matches. Go for it. If that's something you like doing and you have the availability to do it, go for it, man. And do you. What's your favorite video game? Well, this stream took a turn, didn't it? I like horror games. Definitely a horror guy. So anything with horror in it, I will be there. That's why, Cedar Point, if you're listening, you need another dark ride. You got rid of your one dark ride, you need to get another one. So I know over in the UK, so here's a question for you, Theme Park Days. I have learned by talking to Wrestling Days that you guys don't really have Halloween over there. So for the theme parks over there, do they have any like Halloween nights, Fright Fest, anything like that? Because if there is, definitely count me in. Resident Evil. Resident Evil's a good game. Yeah, or anybody in the UK. If there's is there Fright Fest over there? Is there like a Halloween event at their theme parks in October? Let me know, because let me know. They do Fright Nights. Okay, cool. So they do have that. Because I know from what I was hearing, Halloween's really not a big thing over in the UK from what I was told. So, oh, look at that. Hershey Park bumped up into the lead at 50%, Magic Mountain 37, and Busch Gardens at 12. as we saw last night, anything can happen. Busch Gardens can make it back up, and so could Thorpe Park. I'm not gonna really count until next time. Probably tomorrow. I'll look at it and be like, yeah, well. Alright. So a couple more questions and I will be off to go do what I got to do. Any last questions for me? I know that this is the first of many streams to happen on a Tuesday. Again, I was wanting to be a lot more prepared than I was, but that's okay. Life happens. Let's get back in the chat. What are you doing after your stream is over? I am heading over and picking up my fiance from her job since she's a healthcare worker over. Well, she is a housekeeper, so I have to go pick her up. Every park has their own Friday nights, and also other places open scaramouche. That's awesome. I love everything to do with it. Everything to do with Halloween. I'm a huge Halloween guy. Horror, love it all. I've been in multiple. I've worked for a haunted house for 7 going on 8 years now. Every October, love it. UK does do Halloween, but probably not on the same scale as US. Yeah, that's what I was told. It's not as big as it is over here. I have PS2, Nintendo 64, Wii, and I gave away my GameCube. I have parts of Wii U. And the whole Wii series, so Wii U, I don't know, I had a Wii at one point. Speaking of the little guy, was he asleep? Yeah. Here, I can take him. Yeah. Here, let me see him. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Alright. Here he is. Looking off in the distance. What was your favorite movie? Probably Fifth Wave. I mentioned it the other day. But nope, he doesn't want that. Alright. So if there's no more questions for me, I have the little guy here now, so I will be taking off very shortly. Can I add you on PS4? I don't currently have online right now. PS4 Plus. I currently don't have that at the moment. If I did, I would. Yep, Loco, sir. Yep, exactly. He's here. Here and in person. Alright, guys. Well, that's it. For now, I will say goodbye, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. Which right now, if the poll ended right now, it would be Hershey Park, but who knows? It's gonna probably change over the next few hours. Definitely have questions. I will definitely have a lot of facts. I'll bring up when the park opened and all the fun stuff. Alright, so until next time, guys. Until next time, keep rolling.